People always calling me paranoid and schizo just because I like to check the front doors at the Airbnb's using that cherry Kool-Aid. Well, you just never know. Basically, all you gotta do is just set it up there in place just like this. Then you wanna get your clippers and you wanna make sure you go against the grain just like that. Look at that. I always just use my finger to wipe off any residue that's on her just like that. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. That's perfect. Always go down like this in a motion just to go against the grain. I want to get all the way down in there just like this. And then I use my magic magnetic marker to make my dots as the reference points. Because you just never know. I don't think nobody getting past this. So basically for this method right here, all you gonna need you is some blue raspberry lemonade Kool-Aid. Sorry y'all, I got some sunflower seeds in my mouth because I always eat those. So basically what you want to do is you want to make sure you bring your clippers. And then you want to make sure you go against the grain just like this. Basically the next thing I do is I use my finger. Then I wipe off any residue that's on her. And then I go on the other side and make sure I go against the grain just like this. Look at that. That's perfect. Look at that. And then I get my magic magnetic mark and I make my dots as the reference points. Because you just never know. And this method flawless for real. Y'all want to call me paranoid and schizo. Well, I don't care. Wow, look at that. Wow. Call me paranoid or schizo. I don't care. But every time I rent an Airbnb, I always check the light switches in the master bathroom. Basically, all I do is just get me a yellow bell pepper and I just put it at the light switch just like this right here. And then I get my clippers and I make sure I go against the grain just like that. That's perfect. That's perfect. And then I use my finger to wipe off any residue that's on there just like that. And then I'm going to go on the side and I'm going to do the same thing just like this right here. Look at that. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. That's perfect. Look at that. Wow. And then I'm going to go on the other side and I'm going to hit it just like this right here. Look at that. Wow, look at that. I ain't never seen that before. I don't think nobody in regular motion getting past this. I mean, just look at it. Wow, look at that. I always make sure I go over it again just to make sure that I got everything. Just like that. And then I get my magic magnetic marker and I make my dots as the reference points. Because you just never know. And this method flawless for real. I mean, just look at it. Wow, that's perfect. That's perfect. Look at that. Wow. What's up, YouTube? This your boy TelaBoy, ASMR King TelaBoy. You know what it is. This is an ASMR session tonight, and tonight we got some sunflower seeds, and we just gonna chop it up with some alphabets and some 1, 2, 3. So y'all know what to do. Sit on back, kick back, get your shoes, get your headphones, kick your shoes off. You know what I'm saying? Get you some snacks. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Gonna do it just like this. Y'all ready? A B C D E L G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Look at that. Wow, look at that. That's perfect for real. I mean, just think about it. I don't think nobody can pass that in regular motion. Wow. And yeah, I got the nerve to want to call me paranoid and schizo like I care. I don't care. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. Look at that. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. And you ain't never seen nothing like that before. And they always want to call me paranoid and schizo. Just because I always see weird stuff when I travel to the Airbnb. Well, I don't go. Girl. Ever since I went viral for exposing all those Airbnb hosts, now I got everybody in my inbox calling me names like paranoid and schizo. Some people even call me stinky, party, booty, but I don't care. Every time I rent an Airbnb, I'm always checking using my flawless methods and doing some ASMR. Because you just never know. Wow. You just never know. We're gonna do some alphabets again. How that sound? That's cool, chat. If that's cool, drop a W in the comment section right now. B, C, D, E, L, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Look at that. Wow, look at that. You just never know. This method flawless for real. I mean, just think about it. You just never know. Look at them. Yeah, chat. These sunflower seeds bustin'. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all like my ASMR, if you're a fan of my ASMR content, make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. I need all the support I can get. Alright? I love y'all, Flawless Game. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, man. I'm out until another one. I got y'all.